everyone, this is Miss Ann, and welcome to our stick game demonstration. As part of our awareness for Native American Heritage Month, which takes place in November. Today we're going to talk about the contents of your kits, if you picked one up, and how you can play both the games that we have put into the kit. You have these handouts that are going to demonstrate how to play the game, as well as you're going to have 10 popsicle sticks in your kits, 12 toothpicks, and 4 pom-poms. The first game that we're going to be talking about is the stick game, and this comes from nd.gov, so North Dakota's government website, and talks about a stick game that the Plains Indians used to play. In my research, many Native American tribes played a variation of the stick game, so it's something that many tribes would play. So I'm going to go through what you're going to be doing in order to play this game. This is normally between 2 teams or 2 players. So you need at minimum 2 people to play the game. So what you're going to need for the first game, which is the stick game, are 4 popsicle sticks, like this. You are also going to need 12 toothpicks and permanent markers, because the first thing you're going to do is, as step by step, we're going to go through. You're going to take 1 popsicle stick, and then you're going to decorate it with a design. And that's what you're going to do with the first one. Make sure to leave the other side blank. Then you're going to take your second popsicle stick, and you're going to create an entirely new design, something very different from the first one. Again, you're going to leave the back side blank. On the last 2, because remember we used 4, you are going to take your popsicle stick, leave one side of each of them blank, and then you're going to paint the same design with your markers, or draw the same design. And be creative. You can be as creative as you want. So, when you look at your popsicle sticks, 2 are going to be the same design, which are here and here, the orange ones. I did that strategically so you could see. And then 2 of them are going to have different designs from one another and from the 2 that are the same. Okay. So, as I mentioned, you can either have 2 players or you can have 2 teams playing. And each player plays against the person sitting across from them. All right. You're going to be using the toothpicks for keeping score. Place them in a pile between the 2 players. So you would place the 12 toothpicks in a pile in between. To play, you're going to hold your 4 popsicle sticks, 2 of one design and then 2 that have completely different designs. And you're going to place them in your hand and you're going to drop them on the ground. I'm going to drop them on the table. And in a moment you'll see. And here we go. So that's where they are. I'm going to pull them out here. So that's how they fell. And then you count up your score based off of the sheet here. Okay? In the case of the ones that I dropped, I actually got 2 that were the same design and 2 blanks. Like that. So if I look on my sheet, it says 3 blanks and 1 design is 6 points. Well, I didn't get 3 blanks. I have 2 blanks. Okay, so let's look at 2 of the same design and 1 of each other. So if they were all designed, I would have earned 4 points, which I didn't get. I had 2 blanks and 2 of the, what says different designs, it actually means same design based on what I was looking at. So I actually got 2 points. So I would take 2 of these from the pile. And you would go until all 12 are gone. And then you would see what team earned the most points. Okay? And then you would look to see which player had the most points, and that would be the winner for that round, and you can play a bunch of rounds. And so this is a great game. If you wanted to add some element of education to it, you could talk about probability. It is more likely that you're going to get the ones that are 0 points. That's why they're 0 points. They're more likely. And to get 3 blanks and 1 design is probably the rarest thing that you can get, and so that's kind of where the point schemes go. So that is our first game. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to play the Paiute Hand Game. This is a game that features 2 teams. And in these teams, they have specific roles per round. So each round, your roles will reverse. In any given round, there's a hiding team and a guessing team. The hiding team hides bones made of animal bone. In the case of the demonstration, we have pom-poms. The guessing team will select one member of their team to guess the correct bone. When it comes to your kits, you were given 2 color bones, light purple or magenta and dark purple. At the beginning of the game, the teams will decide what bone that they're going to guess. And in the case of this demonstration, we're going to pick dark purple. We're going to guess the dark purple pom-pom first. So what happens is, in the beginning of the game, team that hides gets 5 sticks, and they're usually colored and decorated. So they get 5 sticks, and then the guessing team gets 5 sticks, for a total of 10. The hiding team, who is going to pick 2 members to hide the bones, in this case pom-poms, are given 1 of each. In the original game, the bones are, one of them is plain and another one has some stripe or design on it. Usually some sort of indication that's slightly different. So there are 2 people that are going to hide. We would give 2 bones to the first member and 2 bones to the second member. And during that time, they place 1 bone in one hand and 1 in another. What they do is they can hide them behind their back, move them around. They can put them under a scarf. I saw a video of a young girl who used a sweatshirt and she would just go like this, and then eventually she reveals it and she goes, and at that time, the guesser on the other team can guess what hand, the purple one, the one that they've indicated that that's what we're going for, the dark purple one, what hand it's in. Now, while the 2 hiding members are hiding their bones, the rest of their team is not just sitting around. They're playing music. They're trying to distract that guessing team and trying to make sure that the guesser has no idea what's going on. So they're playing really lively music, really fun tribal music, and meanwhile the guessers are, the hiders rather, are hiding the bones around. And then they'll come out, they stand up, they show their hands, but not what's in them. They just show that their hands have something in them. And this member of the guessing team will guess. Often in Paiute hand games, they don't make any sound. They don't say left or right. They make a hand gesture. They'll say if this is, that hand or that hand, there's a gesture down. So there's different hand gestures. I don't know the specific ones, but I have seen videos where it's like they'll point to the correct hand. And there's a way to do it. If you're interested, the sheet that we provided has some really great YouTube videos for that. But basically, if the guesser, one member of this guessing team will guess, they'll guess, is it the left hand or the right hand? If they're right, the hiding team who, they were figured out, the guesser figured out that the purple one was in the right hand, they will forfeit and hand over the bones to the guessing team. At that point, the guessing team will have that bone so that when the round switches over. If the guesser was incorrect and they didn't get the right bone, that's when they hand over a stick to the other team. The object of the game is to earn all the sticks. So you want to be the winner by earning all 10 sticks, which means that you were better guesser and you guessed the correct bone in the hider's hand. Often in this game, there is a team leader. I saw this in one of the YouTube videos they had of a competition, and they had actually like the final round of this competition. So they have like a team leader, and what he did was he hovered over his hand to be like, guesser. Or here, handing the bones over, he's like, you're going to be the hider this time. So they always had somebody who is structuring the program and just letting people know you're gonna hide the bones this time. You're gonna be the one guessing for our team. But I highly recommend checking out a couple of videos of Paiute Hand Games. It is really, really fun to watch and learn how to play the game. It's such a simple game, but it actually has a lot of like interesting elements to it. So a really great way to kind of learn a little bit more about Native American culture. We hope that you guys enjoyed these videos. As always, we hope to see you very soon at the Warminster Township Free Library.